Okay, well, welcome to the channel. It's Monday. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. Hotter than hell. Temperature out is about 94, and they say it's supposed to feel like about 107. But anyway, I figured I'd come up and do a video. I'm gonna find a place to stand over here in the shade before I start walking. But we're up here on Highway 106, and we're gonna walk south here. One of the subscribers wanted to see Rim Ping Condo. So I figured we'd start out here. There's a nice temple right across the street, and we'll walk south and then come in behind it. There's a real nice walkway that comes along the river, and it's real nice and shady, which is good for today. But anyway, other than that, things are pretty good here. This video I'm going to kind of call Chiang Mai, the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm going to tell you the good things about it, about living up here, and I'm going to tell you about the bad things, and then I'll tell you about the ugly, which is not the bad, and the ugly will probably take about a minute and a half. But anyway, we'll start walking. We're right out here in front of this pretty temple in Wat Surhong. We'll walk across the street and check it out real quick. And there's Rim Ping Towers, or Rim Ping Condo right there. Wait for this traffic to get by. It is really hot. I should have got started a little bit earlier today, but you know, as things go, you know, when you're sitting at home and your wife's gone and the house is nice and peaceful, nobody telling you what to do, or I say asking you what to do. My wife doesn't tell me what to do. She kind of suggests, and I'm smart enough to know when the suggestion comes, take it. Oh, this is really pretty. I've never been in here before. We'll walk around to the side, take a look at it. This is really pretty. But yeah, and, you know, we all make videos and we all tell different things. And, you know, the last few videos I've kind of talked about, you know, some of the things not so good. So today I'm going to talk about the good things about living here. And I mean, I thoroughly enjoy living here. I have absolutely no regrets about moving here. It was probably one of the smartest things I did in my life. Wow, this is really neat. Huh. We've got this all fixed up. But some of the good thing, you know, the good thing about living here, I guess the thing that attracts most people is the cost of living here. It's very reasonable, and it's more reasonable here than Bangkok and, you know, some of the other tourist cities. You know, in Hue Hin, when I lived down there for the short period of time, it's relatively expensive. The food was more expensive, the rent was higher, and you know, for me it just wasn't a good experience. And that's why I got out after 3 months of figuring out I'd made a big mistake. But here, you know, it's reasonable. You can live, I don't think I can get through this way. I don't know, we'll go look and see. Yeah, I guess I could just walk around it. You can live here very comfortably on, you know, a small amount of money, not that much. You know, depending on how you want to live. If you want to live like a king or a rich person, yeah, it's going to cost you a little bit, but it's not going to cost you as much as it costs you in the United States or Europe or any place like that. You know, a good, comfortable figure to live here comfortably, you know, it's about $1,500 a month. And that's, you know, renting a decent sized house or a condo, and eating good, traveling a little bit, and, you know, just having a good life. That's the good parts about here. The other thing is the weather here. You know, when I was a kid, I guess I was about 8 years old, I lived in Massachusetts, and my parents moved to Florida, South Florida, in the 60s, when you know, before Florida got well overgrown and, you know, overpopulated and all that. And to me, Chiang Mai reminds me of what I experienced as a young boy when I moved to Florida. You know, the mango trees, the palm trees, the coconut trees. You know, it was really, you know, it was a good experience, and it was very, very nice. And I get those same feelings here in Chiang Mai, you know. It's just a good experience. And, you know, that if you're content with your surroundings, you're usually content in life. I find that very, very true. You know, if you don't like where you're at, you're not going to be very happy. But I find it very happy here. And, you know, just to show, you know, when back in 2017, when we sold the house, we moved to Ho Hin. And I mean, I was like a fish out of water. I told my wife, I said, I got to get out of here. I got to get back to Chiang Mai. That's where I was happy. And for all those reasons. And, you know, the other good thing about it here is the people are so friendly. You know, most places where you're going to live is going to be like a little community. And, hey, how you doing? No, I'm just walking, looking, taking video. Thank you. Oh, no, I'm okay. But the people are so friendly. Thai people, you know, just really friendly, warm, welcoming people. You know, some other countries you might go to, you may not feel that way. You may not be as welcome as you would be here. But here, I can guarantee you, I'm going to try to get on the other side of the street now. You're going to feel welcome. And, you know, I hear a lot of people say, you know, entrench yourself in the culture and, you know, learn the language, eat the food. Yeah, that's all good. But you can live here very comfortably, you know, experience the culture, learn the language if you want to. You don't have to. You can survive here very well without learning Thai. You know, it's better if you do, but if you don't, it's no big deal. And as far as eating the food, I mean, I love Thai food. I can eat just about anything. But if you don't eat Thai food, there's so many other options here to enjoy that, you know, this is just the place. You know, if you move out someplace other than Chiang Mai, like out to, you know, a village or something like that, you're not going to have the options that you have here in this city. It's geared more for the foreigner than most places are, other than probably Bangkok. And if you went to Bangkok, you know, you'd be fighting some of the things that are not so desirable. Yeah, they've got a little alleyway back there. But I'll wait till this traffic gets by me before I try to say too much. But you know, you'll feel welcome here. I've made a lot of Thai friends. The people that live around my house and in the market, where I buy food and stuff, they all know me. And you know, they don't treat me any different from anybody else. One of the ladies that sell Flower Home, that sell soy milk, and sometimes when my wife doesn't want to go out or something, I'll go up and get her soy milk. And you know, they got so now when I walk up, they know just what to hand me. But my wife went by one day and went up to get it, and the lady says, "Your husband, is he a nice guy?" My wife says, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, he's always smiling." And because he looked just like a friendly person. Well, I am, you know, and I try to be that way. Excuse me. And I try to keep a good attitude, even when you're stressed out about stuff. And here, one of the things I'll tell you about Thai people are, they'd make the greatest poker players that you could imagine, because they won't show their emotion, they won't show their feelings, and you won't be able to tell. They're very good at masking their feelings to, you know, the point where, you know, when you'll know it is when they explode on you. And you know, so it's the best thing to do is just always keep your head about you. Let this guy get way ahead of me. There we go. I'll walk partly out in the road. I don't want to get in none of that stuff. But you know, people, they're friendly, and they'll accommodate you just about any way you want to. Oh, here looks like a good place to eat food. Oh, a lot of people in there eating. And there's Rim Ping Condo right there. Wow, it's a big place. We'll walk around the front and down the side. But that's why I say, don't, you know, if you get into a altercation with a Thai person, you back away. Don't deal with it like you deal with it back in your home country, because you won't know how bad you're pissing them off. And when you get them to the point where they're pissed and they have to show their emotions, the fight's on and you're going to lose. But I've never seen that happen here. I've never seen it with anybody, you know, having a problem here. And you won't, as long as you behave yourself and act like a normal human being. Let's see, I think we'll go to the right here and walk around behind it. That's a big place. Man. Somebody said in one of the forums that the people from the embassy live here, or from the U.S. Embassy live here, but they don't. They have a real exclusive move-on up on Second Ring Road that most of them live in. And the rents start at about $50,000 a month. And it takes an act of Congress to get in it. I've been in it a couple of times visiting a friend. But I don't know if any of them living here. But, you know, and the other good thing about it here is the weather. It doesn't get as hot here as it does in Bangkok and down in the south. You know, we get some hot days, but we also get quite a few cool days as well. And it's very pleasant. The mountains are close by, the river's here. You know, you can live in an area and get to the city, you know, relatively quick. Hello. And that's what I enjoy. I enjoy living outside the city and just riding in anytime I want to come in. Now he said this restaurant is really good. I don't know, I've never ate here. We'll walk through and take a quick look. Yeah, right on the river. Samson Villa. Swadee Kap. But those are the good points about living here. And you can find just about anything you want. You know, the things that you had back home that you didn't bring with you that you wanted. For the most part, you can find them here. And there's the bridge right there. Then you get the embassy right across the river, which will soon be moving to a 280 billion baht complex over on the superhighway, which is a complete freaking waste of money. I have said it and I'll say it again, that the consulate here in Chiang Mai could work out of a 3-story shop house for all the good they do us, and they wouldn't even have to use the 3rd floor. Yeah, there's a nice little walkway down here behind this place. But those are the good points, and there are a lot more. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on. This video could take about an hour. But those are the good parts. And understand that if you keep an open mind, you'll survive here very well. You know, you'll have a good life. You'll have a good life at the fraction of the cost that you would have in your own country. In most cases. I'm sure there are other countries that are a little bit cheaper than this, like Philippines or something like that. But I don't know if you'd have the same life in the Philippines as you would here. I've never been. Wow, that place is really high. Let this guy get by me. But the bad things now. There are a few bad things. And the main bad thing that I see is the traffic. You know, sometimes 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it's pretty hard to get out and get around. You know, people are leaving work and doing their best to get home. You know, it's just it's one of the pitfalls. But you're going to find that just about anywhere unless you live way out in the country. You know, it's not as bad as Bangkok. And believe it or not, it's not as bad as it was in Hue Hin. Hue Hin was horrible. You know, 4 or 5 o'clock, you didn't want to get out because there was so much traffic. Yeah, you can see the mountains in the background. Yeah, but the traffic, you know, and walking around, Swati Cop. You know, it's a challenge. You have to be on your toes. You have to remember which side of the road they're driving on. Well, let's take this little path here and walk out to the edge of the river. Wow, it's pretty. Tell you, I'm sweating right now. It's so hot. Teach me for staying in bed for so long. I should have got up and got out early this morning. But you know how that goes. And there's the king and the queen. And I believe straight ahead is the Red Cross, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong. Guys out here spearfishing. One of my friends was telling me that that's illegal here, but I see him doing it all the time. Yeah, there it is. If you move here, there's your new home. Depending on which way you're facing. By the looks of things, if I was going to pick a room, I'd pick one on either facing the north or the south side. It'll probably be a lot cooler. We'll keep walking up this way. Nice and shady up here. Whew. But those are the bad things. Trying to think of what else. Gosh, it's hard to think of the bad things because I really don't. You know, I can't think of very many. Probably the traffic is the worst thing. And, you know, the other bad thing is, but you're going to find that anywhere, is that you have to adapt. Swati Cap. Huh? Oh, I'm okay, thank you. Have no clue what he's saying. But, you know, you'll have to try to adapt. You know, the little things that piss you off, just roll with them because they don't last long. Oh, kid's changing his pants. Hello, you go swimming?
Yeah.
No, you're not going to swim in there, are you? Wait, Nam?
Yeah, Joey Nam.
Yeah? Hey, there you go. I live here 12 years. Why are you not in school?
I
Out of school?
now I live in technique.
Oh, technical school? They let you out early.
Uniform old school.
Okay.
Today is first day.
Yeah. Good. Okay. What do you study?
ปี 1 ครับปวช 1 in technique school.
Technical school. Okay.
at TP
A1
A1, huh? What's your names?
Sen
กาฟิลบิน
and Sen ครับ Sen.
Okay. My name's Bill. Nice to meet you. You'll be on YouTube tomorrow night. Hang on, I'll tell you. You guys will be internet stars tomorrow night. Nice meeting you. Take care. You live around here? Where you live?
Yeah, I live in this Sarapi ครับ
Okay, down Serape. Okay. Okay. You guys take care. Study hard, so you don't have to work too hard when you get older.
you again
And don't go swim in that water. Take care, man. Nice kids. Phew. Oh, looks like they got long-tail boats up here. This looks to be the hangout, the shade. I am sweating. Everybody's just kind of chilling out. Yeah, it looks like you can rent a long-tail boat. Huh. Pretty cool. And then there's another bridge just a little bit further up. I don't think we'll see it. I may walk up a little bit further. Just kind of be nosy. But, you know, those are the only bad parts. Finding a place to live down here will be easy. It's a renter's market right now, and it has been since the time that I've been here. People are just dying to rent you their house, especially if they think you're going to stay, you know, and take care of it. Yeah, the water's real still. You could sure use a good rain. A little kid with his cell phone. Hello, how are you? Now for the ugly. The ugly is very ugly. And it's only one thing. It's the smoke here that you get from probably November till around the 1st of May. And you know, this year we were kind of relieved. We didn't get as much as we normally get, and that's the bad part. If you have a house, you rent a house here or a condo, I strongly recommend you get an air purifier. I've got 3 of them, and I've also got special air conditioners in that catch the PM 2.5. And I run the air cleaners all the time. It doesn't matter whether it's smoke season or not. But smoke season, yeah, it gets unbearable sometimes. And you know, like I said, it'll last for about 4 months. And basically what you do is you try to plan your times to get out and get back in the house as quick as you can, and stay out of it. It got so bad in 2017 that you know, Lek and I put the house up for sale, and we had spent a lot of time building the house and spent a lot of money. And the house, you know, it was kind of special to us because this is the first house her and I actually did together. And but we put it up for sale and it sold. And we moved out. I think we moved out probably April, May. And by September we were back in Chiang Mai. And I ended up buying, like I said, I've told in other videos, we ended up buying a house probably about 100 meters from our old house. And I could not get acclimated to Oyen. I didn't like it. I met friends there, and they said, you know, just give it a while, give it a while, give it a while. But every day I just, golly, I wish I was back in Chiang Mai. And then finally, I came in one night, and Lek was on the bed. And the house we had rented was a 2-bedroom house. It was kind of small, and it was not far outside the city. And I came walking, and I had this look on my face, and Lek looks at me, and she goes, "Do you want to move back to Chiang Mai?" And I said, "Hell yes." And right then, from that point on, we started planning. We already had plane tickets bought, and we had put a down payment on a car down there, and it hadn't come in and wouldn't be in for a couple of weeks, so we went back and canceled that. And then she called up here in Chiang Mai and found the same car that we wanted. They had it in stock, so we bought one up here. And within 2 weeks, we were back living up here, which I don't regret, and she doesn't either. You know, it's just we fit in here, and I think anybody that comes here falls in love with the place will fit in here. What's that? Now they must have had some. I don't know what's on the other side here. I'll try to take a peek through the fence here. Oh, it looks like somebody's house. I won't be too nosy. Well, anyway, as you can see, I'm sweating my ass off. I'm gonna go home and turn the air conditioner up full blast, make a pizza, and have pizza for dinner last night. Yesterday I cooked spaghetti in the afternoon, or in the morning, and had that for lunch, and then I came up to Gecko last night and ate the buffet, which was really good. But anyway, I want to thank you all for stopping in and checking the channel out, and leave me some comments, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.